everyone. Today, our group will present a role play on financial decision making. The scenario is planning for a wedding. Emilia and Hakim are planning to get married in 6 months. They have a limited budget and need financial advice to make a wise decision. Balkis and Amani will act as a financial advisor to help them evaluate their options and create a financial plan. Let's begin.
Thank you so much. Hi, my name is Emilia. Good afternoon, Emilia and Hakim. Thank you for coming. How can we help you today?
Good afternoon. Hakim and I are getting married in 6 months. We are excited, but we are worried about our costs.
Yes, we have estimated our wedding cost with 35,000 ringgit. However, our saving is 20,000 ringgit.
I see. Have you considered taking a personal loan to cover the remaining amount? We have thought about it, but we are not sure if that is our best options.
We don't want to start our marriage with unnecessary debt.
That is a good concern. Before making any decisions, let's look at your financial situation.
Can you tell us about your monthly income?
I earn 3,500 ringgit per month.
I earn 3,000 ringgit per month.
So your combined monthly income is 6,500 ringgit. What are your monthly expenses?
Together, our expenses is 3,500 ringgit.
That means you have approximately 3,000 ringgit left each month. If you save aggressively for the next 6 months, you could save another 18,000 ringgit. Really? We did not realize that.
Yes, but that would require reducing unnecessary spending such as frequent dining out, online shopping, and entertainment expenses.
That sounds manageable.
Let's discuss 3 possible options.
You guys can borrow 15,000 ringgit from a bank. This would allow you to have the wedding you originally planned.
What are the disadvantages?
You would have monthly repayments and interest charges. This could affect your finance after marriage.
You could reduce your wedding budget from 35,000 ringgit to 25,000 ringgit. How can we do that? You could invite fewer guests, choose a simpler venue, and reduce unnecessary decorations.
And another option is postponing the wedding for 6 months to save the additional money.
That will give us more financial security.
But we would prefer not to delay it if it's possible.
After reviewing all options, which one do you think is most suitable?
I think reducing a wedding budget is better than taking a loan.
I agree. We want to focus on our future together rather than spending too much on one day. That is a responsible decision. A wedding is important, but long-term financial stability is even more important.
So by reducing your budget and increasing your savings, you can avoid debt and start married life with less financial stress.
Thank you. We feel much more confident now.
Yes, your advice has helped us understand the importance of financial planning, so thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. In this scenario, Emilia and Hakim considered different financial options for their wedding instead of taking a loan. They decided to reduce their wedding budget and increase their saving. This decision demonstrates the importance of budgeting, prioritizing needs over wants, avoiding unnecessary debt, and long-term financial planning. Financial decisions affect our future, so it is important to evaluate all options carefully before making a choice. Thank you for watching our roleplay presentation.
Assalamualaikum everyone. For our group project, we chose the financial decision making roleplay activity. The purpose of this project was to understand how financial decisions can affect a person's future and overall financial well-being. To make the activity more realistic, our group selected a wedding planning scenario. Wedding often involves significant expenses, So they are a good example of a situation where proper financial planning is important. In this roleplay, two members acted as a couple preparing for their wedding, while the other two members acted as financial advisors who provide guidance on managing wedding expenses. Through this activity, we explored different financial options and evaluated the advantages and disadvantages of each choice before making a final decision. This project also allowed us to apply financial planning concepts in a practical situation while improving our communication, teamwork, critical thinking, and problem solving skills. For this project, our group conducted a role play involving a couple and two financial advisors. The couple, Emilia and Hakim, were planning to get married and needed advice on managing their wedding expenses. The financial advisors analyzed their situation and suggested different financial solutions. Through this role play, we explored several options, compared their advantages and disadvantages, and selected the most suitable decision.
Let's look at the main objective of our project. Planning a wedding is highly emotional, which makes it very easy to overspend. Our first goal is to assess different financial options so couples can make practical choice based on their actual resources, not just wishes. Second, we want to evaluate the sustainability of wedding plan, ensuring expected expenses match up with the real saving without creating debt. Ultimately, this project is about understanding the importance of budgeting for major life milestones. We want to encourage responsible financial behavior, helping couples prioritize long-term security over temporary, wasteful spending. So, what are the key takeaways or outcome of this project? First, participants will clearly recognize the economic realities of planning a wedding on a strict budget. Second, by using a core budgeting principle, they will learn how to allocate resources effectively. We want to prove that you can maintain a high quality, meaningful, even without overspending. Finally, this project built a long-term habit. It established practical method for controlling costs that participants can use for a wedding today and any other major life event in their future. To bring this project together, our team followed a clear timeline throughout June. We started on June 12th by forming our group and choosing the wedding budget scenario. From the 14th to the 16th, we conducted our research on financial decision making. Next, on June 17 and 18, we wrote our roleplay script and assigned team roles, followed by the day of editing on 19. Finally, from June 21st and 22nd, we executed the roleplay and created our report, bringing us today, June 29, with a fully completed project.
For this project, we divided our roles among 5 members to make it more organized. First, Dania Hana acted as our narrator. She introduced the wedding scenario and conducted the debrief at the end of the video. Next, Aliata Bakis played as financial advisor. She proposed the loan and postponement options, calculated the couple's monthly surplus, and showed empathy towards the clients' debt concerns. Next, Noor Amani played as financial advisor. She calculated the couple's total savings over 6 months and suggested reducing the wedding budget from RM35,000 to RM25,000. Nomadina Amani played the primary client, which is the groom. She presented the couple's financial standing and worked with the bride to make a well-thought-out decision. Finally, Emilia Khadija played the secondary client, which is the bride. She outlined the couple budget issues and actively participated in the decision to cut the wedding budget. Each member contributed to making this roleplay realistic and successful. Now, let's move on to our project documentation. This section shows the workflow of how we completed this project from start to finish. We divided our project into 3 main phases. The first phase was planning. During this stage, we chose the topic for our roleplay, selected the situation, which was planning for a wedding, distributed the roles among our 5 members. The second phase was script writing. Here, we wrote the dialogue for each scene, performed the financial calculations, including income, expenses, and saving projection. The third and final phase was roleplay execution. This involved filming the roleplay scenes, editing the video for a polished final product. And that concludes our presentation on project documentation. Through this project, We learned that the importance of teamwork, financial planning, and effective communication.
I will present the reflection for our case study. Through this case study, our group learned the importance of financial planning and budgeting, especially when preparing for major life events such as wedding. By analyzing Amelia and Hakim's financial situation, we understood how financial decisions should be made based on income, saving, expenses, and future commitment. We also learned that choosing the right financial options require careful evaluation of the advantages and disadvantages of each alternative. This role-play activity also helped us improve our teamwork, communication, and problem-solving skills. Everyone shared ideas and opinions throughout the role-play, which helped make the discussion more organized and realistic. Through this activity, we gained practical experience in budgeting, financial management, and making responsible financial decisions. Now, I would like to share the lesson learned from this case study. Firstly, we learned that proper financial planning and budgeting are essential when preparing for important life events. Second, managing expenses carefully and avoiding unnecessary spending can reduce financial burden and prevent debt. Third, maintaining a balance between income, saving, and expenses is important for achieving long-term financial stability. Next, critical thinking and problem-solving skills are necessary when analyzing financial situation and selecting the most suitable solution. Lastly, teamwork and communication play an important role in completing tasks successfully.
For future improvement, first, we can provide more financial alternatives. In our roleplay, we only compare 3 options. In the future, we could include other alternatives such as earning side income, receiving financial support from family, or using installment payment plans. These would allow for a more comprehensive comparison before making a decision. Second, we can add more detailed financial analysis. For example, we could include budgeting tables, expense breakdowns, and cost comparisons for each option. This would help the audience understand the financial impact of each choice more clearly. Thirdly, we can use more realistic scenarios. We could include unexpected situations such as emergency expenses, rising wedding costs, or changes in income. This would show how financial planning needs to be adjusted when circumstances changes. Finally, we should explain the final decision more clearly. Instead of only stating the chosen option, we could provide stronger financial reason by discussing its benefits, possible risks, and long-term impact. These would help the audience better understand why reducing the wedding budget was the best decision.